I think the threat or the potential threat of pain and suffering is actually what makes it rewarding. Like if to me,
Hmm.
if you and I are rolling, we're in a grappling session and there's no like threat, there's no consequence to it. It's almost
Hmm.
like what the hell is the point of this? But I
Yeah.
think the fact that you could put me in a position that would literally and physically hurt me is what actually allows me to improve and accelerate the process of learning because I don't want to be in that position.
Right. Well, it's even like it's just a game. So it's like we're playing a game and you either win or you lose. And I know some people say you learn. Well, yeah, you learn, but of course you learn from your losses because it stings. It makes you take notice, right? So
It
for
should
instance, if
hurt.
you're winning, that it should hurt. It should make you kind of go, damn, I lost. Like again,
Exactly.
not to say not in a way that like keeps you up at night and you're irritable with your spouse or something, but enough that makes you say, okay, you had negative feedback. So that lets you know this does not work. What you
Right.
just did, like for instance, if someone's rolling with me, and especially like a young wrestler comes in, if they turn their back, I'm going to jump on that back. So they make sure not to do that. So when they get beat, they're like, damn, I got beat. Every time they begin to associate, even subconsciously, if I turn my back, I get choked, I lose. Don't turn your back.
Yeah.
Right. But anything where there's a game involved where we have a win and a losing situation, then that's fun. Like again, but if it's like a one of these things where they want to they want to take away, like everybody gets participation medals and stuff and
Yep.
everybody wins, it's like there's no point to it. Like the whole point is a competition, and that competition is fun, and I don't know what it is. It triggers something in our like primitive brains where that's how humans flourish, was through competition. It's just what it is.
Well, I think it's good specifically for men too, because one of the things that a lot of men talk about is like building a band of brothers, having other men in their circle who they can spend time with, learn, coach from, be mentored by, et cetera, et cetera. And what I like about jujitsu is it teaches you about other people. And the best way I can describe it is it lets you know in other men who's going to bitch out and who isn't, right? Because if somebody goes to a training session and they get wrapped up, they get submitted, they get banged up, and they get pissed off, and they never come back, that's somebody who's probably going to bitch out in other areas of their life. And like, I don't really want that guy in my circle. Like, I might be
Hmm.
friendly with him, I might support him to some degree, but like, I'm not going to rely on that individual to help me through any troubling times. If, on the other hand, I see a guy come into jiu-jitsu and he gets humbled and he gets banged up and beat up and he gets frustrated with it to the point where he actually improves himself, I'm like, okay, well, this is a guy who I'm actually interested in having in my corner because he's proving that he can take an ass kicking and learn from it, grow from it, and get back in the fight. And that's what I want to see in people who are in my corner and in my circle.